You guys, we really need to talk about what's happening with Justin Bieber because things are getting complicated. Reports now suggest he might be relying on Hailey's recent business deal to help pay off Scooter Braun. At the same time, he's been teasing a new tour, and fans are wondering whether it will actually happen since his last tour plans didn't end well. There's a lot being said right now, and it's honestly a mess. So let's break it all down. You remember how people used to claim Hailey was only after Justin's money? Well, that narrative has flipped completely. Now the rumors suggest that Justin might actually need Hailey and her money more than ever. Last week, news broke that Justin could be depending on Hailey's major deal with her company, Rhode, in order to pay back Scooter Braun, if you haven't heard. Hailey recently sold her skincare brand, Rhode, to ELF Beauty. The deal was reportedly worth up to $1 billion, $600 million in cash, $200 million in stock, and another $200 million tied to the brand's future performance. Of course, this doesn't automatically make Hailey a billionaire since she's not the only owner. There are investors and partners who also get paid. Still, when the deal was announced, people were shocked. Everyone reacted like, wow, Hailey is making a huge amount of money. And naturally, people began wondering what she would do with it. This is where things get messy. Around the same time, people were celebrating Hailey's big business win. Rumors started spreading that Justin allegedly owed Scooter Braun $31 million. Scooter is the guy who discovered Justin, managed him for over a decade, and was basically a mentor or father figure in his career. Their relationship ended last year, but financial claims continue to make headlines. The alleged debt reportedly comes from Justin backing out of his last tour early. That cancellation was a major financial blow to Scooter's company back in 2022. When Justin was preparing for his Justice World Tour, Justin had reportedly received the $40 million advance from AEG, but when the tour was canceled, a clause in the contract required him to return $24 million. Scooter's company, Hybe America, paid that $24 million to AEG for Justin, expecting Justin would pay it back over time. But Justin apparently made just one payment and then stopped. 2 years later, an audit at Hybe suggested he still owed a significant amount. More recent rumors claim he might owe as much as $30 million. So when Hailey's billion-dollar road deal was announced, people immediately started speculating that she might help Justin cover this debt. The timing felt too suspicious for some fans, so they began connecting the dots on their own. But Hailey's team quickly shut that down. They released a statement clarifying that her success with Rhode has absolutely nothing to do with Justin's financial situation. As People magazine reported, a representative for Hailey stated that Rhode's business deal is in no way associated with her husband's settlement. They emphasized that the Rhode sale is a major achievement for Hailey and is completely separate from Justin's business matters. That's wild when you think about how recently people were telling Justin to leave Hailey and get a divorce. Now the conversation has flipped entirely, with people telling Hailey to protect her money from Justin. It's the kind of situation that makes you think about relationships and finances. And honestly, women often end up in these difficult positions where they are expected to carry someone else's financial problems. Of course, none of us know them personally. We can only react to what's public. But it still raises questions about their dynamics. Did Justin have anything to do with Rhode? Most reports say he didn't, which makes it even stranger to assume Hailey would help him pay off such a massive debt. Some might say it would be an act of love, but $31 million is a huge amount, and risking that much money for someone else's debt is a big deal. Imagine putting that kind of money on the line and ending up with nothing. It's a lot to think about. Another question people are asking is how much Hailey will actually receive from the Rhode deal. Sure, the sale is worth up to $1 billion. But that doesn't mean she's getting the full amount. Investors, employees, and stakeholders all receive their share. Even after that, she's still expected to walk away with a major payout. People online have been guessing everything from $100 million to $500 million. The numbers are massive, and it's easy to see why everyone is talking about it. Even though many of the rumors about Justin aren't true, people still can't stop talking about him. Over the weekend, he posted something on his Instagram story that sparked a whole new wave of speculation. He shared a clip from a 2013 interview where DMX talks about rejecting complete sobriety and instead being exactly where he believes he needs to be with God. Posting that now made fans wonder about Justin's current state of mind and well-being. Naturally, people are asking what he's going through. Fans have been increasingly concerned about him because of some of his recent Instagram posts. People have noticed how he looks at public events and in paparazzi videos. And some have speculated that he may be struggling with substances or losing control of his life. A lot of those discussions slowed down after he released his newest album, Swag. When it came out, many assumed that his unusual behavior online was part of a PRO strategy leading up to the release. The album itself even addresses some of these questions. On his track with Dusky, he talks about how people constantly ask if he's okay and how it sometimes feels like everyone else is perfect while he's the only one with problems. He He also explains how he uses social media to express his emotions, suggesting that some of the worrying posts were simply him processing his feelings. When Swag came out, people began interpreting his earlier behavior as calculated, possibly part of the rollout. Some even thought Hailey's post saying, "Is it finally clocking to you effing losers?" confirmed that theory. Major outlets like Rolling Stone also suggested Justin wasn't having a meltdown, but was focused on creating his most mature album yet. But his Instagram story this past weekend stirred things up again. The clip about choosing not to live fully sober reignited discussions about whether drugs or other struggles have been part of his life. It renewed speculation about his mental health, lifestyle, and what he may be dealing with. Despite all this drama, one thing is certain: Swag is performing well. According to The Hollywood Reporter, the song Daisies hit #1 on both Apple Music and Spotify's daily U.S. charts last week. It also looked like a strong contender for #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, competing with Alex Warren's Ordinary, which had held #1 for 6 weeks. When the new Hot 100 came out, Alex stayed at #1, while Justin's Daisies landed at #2. This is surprising when you think about it. A few years ago, no one would have believed that Justin Bieber would be competing with a former Hype House member for chart domination. Back in 2020, the idea of influencers reaching this level in the music industry felt far-fetched, and yet, here we are. Alex Warren has dominated the charts for 7 straight weeks, showing how much influence these new creators now have. Now the big question: what will Justin do next? Will he take Swag on tour? His last major tour plans fell apart, and that situation even contributed to the debt he allegedly owes Scooter. Justin has also talked openly about how touring affects him physically and mentally. Many artists are honest about the toll touring takes, and Justin is no different. There's a rumor that he might headline Coachella. It wouldn't be surprising if he chose Coachella for a comeback performance. Justin often appears at Coachella as a surprise guest, so headlining feels like a natural next step. Fans would be thrilled to see him live again. And honestly, a Justin Bieber headlining performance could reignite excitement for Coachella, especially after recent years of lower ticket demand. Fans would obviously love a full tour, not just a festival appearance. Justin has so many hits, and people want to experience that live. But whether he ends up doing a full tour, performing only at Coachella, or doing both remains unclear. Nothing has been confirmed yet. Meanwhile, fans are still trying to understand Justin's personal journey. His posts, appearances, album, and collaborations all give clues about where he is emotionally. Some fans believe he's using music and public appearances to share his story in a controlled way. Others still worry about his mental health. It's a mix of artistry, emotional challenges, and public perception, which is always complicated for someone as visible as Justin. Despite all the speculation, Swag has helped strengthen his place in the music industry. The success of Daisies shows that he still has a strong connection with fans, and competing with someone like Alex Warren reflects how much the music industry has changed with social media creators entering the mainstream. It's a completely different world from when Justin began, yet he's still adapting and staying relevant. Whether he tours, headlines Coachella, or focuses on writing music, one thing is clear: the conversation about Justin Bieber isn't going away. Fans will keep analyzing his posts, his decisions, and what might happen next. And as always, people are excited to see what he does in the future. Let me know what you think about all of this: Justin's Instagram story, the new album, the charts, and the possibility of a tour. I love hearing your thoughts, and I can't wait to talk more in the next video.